Surprise! What's up, everybody? Who do we have here?
We got my little brother here.
What's up, guys?
This is Zach. This is Nate's younger brother.
We basically went on vacation to see the fam, and one thing led to another. We asked him to come out.
With Jeffree's growth and everything in the company, just moving warehouses and everything, he was able to offer me a position, actually, in his warehouse, so...
Yeah, it's crazy. We went from 6 employees to now we're almost at 75 at the shipping facility. So it's so cool to be able to employ my friends and family and carry on this fucking crazy legacy. Long story short, Zach wanted a change of scenery and he now works at Jeffree Star Cosmetics warehouse. So I haven't lived alone. Of course I live with Nate, but I haven't lived alone in 10 months because Nate's brother Zach has been living at my house. And girl, the day has finally come. So a few days ago, he moved back to Michigan. Girl, Cali ain't for everyone, bitch. It's a harsh motherfucking reality out here. But I am just so happy to have the house to ourselves. So Nathan and the dogs and myself are going to enjoy a nice, long night on the couch, watching some movies and just enjoying our time together. So I'm really happy. And before anyone makes it into anything, some things just don't work out. And family is always going to be family. But, I am happy to be with my baby. This is one of my really good friends, Nikita Dragun.
Hi, everyone.
Yes. My pink sister. She's actually my daughter. I've never told you guys about her before. Nikita is basically like a brand ambassador for Jeffree Star Cosmetics, and this holiday season, she is one of the faces of the campaign. Oh my god, hi!
Hi!
Hi, baby!
Hi, sister!
Yes! Alright, you guys, I had to bring my girl, Nikita Dragun, back for my channel. I mean, we only got to film once.
One time.
But it was a fucking epic video. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Oh, hi!
Hi!
I brought my girl, Nikita Dragun, back, and we're gonna dive into some fun today.
Since it will be launching in the month of March, I finally can really talk about it and explain how amazing it was to shoot the campaign for Jeffree and his line.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As I said in my intro, the topic of today's video has literally been one of my most requested videos to date. Obviously, we're going to be talking about the friendship breakdown between Jeffree Star and Nikita Dragun and how it all ties into allegedly why Nathan's brother Zach moved out of Jeffree's house. This is something that I've known about since August, but I held off making a video because both parties denied the allegations to me. However, recently it's become clear that the denial was simply made to prevent me from making a video spilling the tea on the entire situation. Before we get into the video, I need to put a disclaimer out there and say that all information contained in this video is alleged and should not be taken as fact. Although I do try my best when it comes to verifying information received from sources, I cannot guarantee the legitimacy of same. I apologize if I use the word alleged or allegedly frequently in this video, but you'll understand why in a bit. With that said, let's get into it. The topic of this video is something people have been picking up on for months, and the speculation has only intensified as time went on. I feel like there are so many facets to this story, and in order to fully understand my position on this situation, we're gonna have to go back to mid-August when I became aware of everything. So as you can see here on August 20th, after speaking with my sources, I tweeted, "Oh, and by the way, the real reason Nathan's bro left the Star residence, ... you'll have to wait and find out." I was obviously alluding to the fact that I intended to make a video on the matter. At the time of that tweet, I had been speaking with an influencer in DMs on an unrelated matter, and I'm not going to reveal who it was because they have zero involvement in this issue. But I will say that presumably after seeing this tweet, they asked what I knew about the Nikita, Jeffree, and Zach situation. I told the person that I heard there was a quote-unquote incident between Nikita and Zach. This person was adamant that there was no incident between the two, and the reason for Zach moving out of Jeffree's house was simply due to family issues, as Jeffree stated in his snap I played earlier. Meanwhile, I messaged Nikita Dragun saying that I had heard about this alleged incident and was going to make a video about it, and I basically asked if she had anything she wanted to add to the video, like a statement for example. I'm not going to show the DM because I didn't ask Nikita for permission to do so, but she basically advised me that there was no incident between herself and Zach. At this point, Jeffree and Nikita were not on speaking terms, and I had a feeling that there was some communication going on behind the scenes, where this third party was possibly relaying info between Jeffree and Nikita that I was going to cover this matter in a video, and my conspiracy is that they all came to an agreement to get on the same page and mutually deny that any incident occurred to prevent it from being publicized, and it worked, until now. Why do I say a third party relayed the information to Jeffree and not Nikita herself? Well, if you remember, prior to the June 21st, 2017 2017 KKW beauty launch party, the once very close BFFs hadn't been seen nor pictured together in quite some time. Although they still followed each other on social media at the time, their once tight-knit squad being Jeffree, Manny, Laura, Nikita, and Gabriel seemed very divided in pictures and snaps. Jeffree seemed to be absent from group shots and outings, and people caught on quick. In my opinion, in an attempt to throw people off the fact that there was trouble in paradise, the two came together and took the most awkward photos of life at the KKW beauty launch on June 21st. I don't know the exact date this alleged incident happened, but Jeffree announced that Zach had moved out around June 1st, and Nikita and Jeffree hadn't been seen together in quite some time prior to his announcement, so all I can say is sometime prior to June 1st. How does Zach moving out of the star residence tie into the breakdown of Jeffree and Nikita's friendship? Well, I heard from separate sources on the inside that Jeffree allegedly accused Nikita of making sexual advances towards Zach, to put it lightly, and it turns out those alleged accusations were not true. I don't know if Nikita and Zach actually had sexual relations, but when you allegedly accuse a friend of something like this, it's safe to say that the friendship is over. There's no coming back from that. If you're not following, this alleged accusation was much more than, oh, you made a pass at Zach, allegedly. Anyway, following my August 20th tweet alluding to the fact that I was going to make a video on the matter, Jeffree tweeted at me and said, "At here for the T2, not sure who's trying to use my name for views this week, but there was no quote-unquote incident with Nate's brother and Nikita, LOL. Now follow me here, okay? If you remember earlier, I said I was speaking with someone on an unrelated issue, and they asked what I knew about the situation, and I referred to a quote-unquote incident between Nikita and Zach, so this is where the word incident came from in Jeffree's tweet to me, which is totally fine. However, someone had tweeted me saying that Jeffree was calling me out in the previous tweet, which he was not, by the way, and Jeffree responded with, "I didn't call her out, just letting her know it's a complete lie and they never hooked up, #yawn. This is particularly interesting because I never said anything about them hooking up. I said an incident, which could be a million things. Why would he tweet out to millions of people referring to a hookup when I didn't say anything about a hookup? Like, why even address it? You're in Bora Bora, for fuck's sake. Why are you concerned with this tweet in particular? Unless, of course, there's a lot more to this story than a potential hookup, and you know that I'm on to you, but you think publicly denying it will shut me up. That's just my conspiracy, because who really cares about a hookup? I wouldn't be surprised if they've all hooked up at some point. I'm just saying, why are you that bothered with what little old Here for the Tea is saying? I tweet out a lot of teasers for upcoming videos, yet this is the one he chooses to address. Anyway, at this point I was beginning to second guess myself, and I actually backed off the subject for a bit while still keeping an eye on their social media accounts and Snapchats for any photos together. As time went on, I believe that Nikita and Jeffree did attempt to mend their friendship, and this is where the following tweet from Jeffree came in. He wrote, "If I don't see a close friend for over a month and we aren't photographed together, it doesn't mean we hate each other. LOL, #relax. And he followed that up with, "That tweet was for everyone asking if at Nikita Dragun and I are in quotes friends still. ... No bitch, we're soulmates and sisters for life." Now, that was September 5th, and I know when I checked on October 9th that they still followed each other on social media, but something else happened in the meantime. Jeffree and Gabriel unfollowed each other on social media. We know how close Gabriel and Nikita are, and I'm wondering if the fallout between Gabriel and Jeffree had to do with what Jeffree allegedly did to Nikita, because literally 2 weeks later, Jeffree and Nikita finally unfollowed each other. Like I said, I do think they tried to reconcile, but the damage was done and they decided to stop with the whole charade to keep up appearances and finally cut ties publicly. When I saw that they had finally made things social media official, I started thinking, you know what, I'm gonna make that video. I shouldn't have second guessed myself or my sources, I should have just gone with it at the time. But just in case I needed more evidence to support my suspicions, on October 17th, in the middle of Jeffree's unfollow spree, Jaclyn Hill tweeted, "I have a lot to say, but I choose not to because my mama taught me better than that. But just know I'm rolling my eyes." Then Gabriel responded to Jaclyn's tweet saying, "Girl, me too." Jaclyn responded with heart emojis. Now listen, I get that Jaclyn was probably responding to the fact that Jeffree snapped that he unfollowed a whole bunch of shady shady people from Twitter, and if you remember, during the whole Kathleen Jacqueline N-word drama, Jeffree tweeted alluding to the fact that Jacqueline was shady for posting the Snapchat of Kathleen saying the N-word. So something definitely happened between Jeffree and Jacqueline prior to the Kathleen N-word incident. In the video that I made about the Jacqueline Kathleen N-word drama, I told you that I asked Jacqueline what the deal was with Jeffree's tweet, and she told me that she had no idea. I also said that I didn't believe that and that I thought there was more to the story than she was letting on, which there obviously was. Now, of course, this tweet from Jacqueline could be totally unrelated to the Jeffree and Nikita drama, but from what I've heard, most beauty influencers know of this incident and have been keeping quiet on it for a long time, while Jeffree continues to run his mouth about everyone. Remember this?
And a lot of you are like, okay, how come she's never said anything about your friendship? Because I have dirt on everyone, and they know to keep their mouths shut. And they know to keep their mouths shut.
Anyway, back to Jacqueline's tweet, because you know my nosy ass was right up in there and I chimed in and replied to both Jacqueline and Gabriel and said, "It's okay, I'll do it for you. I've known for months." I then responded to one of my followers and said, "Girl, saddle up," in quotes, which is something Jeffree says all the time. So it's obvious that I was gonna make a video. On October 20th, I woke up to a DM from Jeffree once again, who was in Finland, by the way, saying that he had heard I was gonna make a video about him unfollowing everyone, which he expected, and that the free promotion was awesome, but that he would love it if I would actually ask the source instead of just listening to things being told to me, for example, that Nikita slept with Zach. He also said that he'd love it if people did some fact-checking around here, but if not, no worries. First of all, this is again him talking about them having sex. I did not say that. Secondly, I have always made attempts to ask the source or sources of issues I speak on. As a matter of fact, prior to him DMing me on this issue, there was a DM I sent to him asking him about something else, which went unanswered, and I even reached out to Nikita the first time around. With respect to him saying that he'd love it if people did some fact-checking around here, but if not, no worries. I saw this as an open door to ask questions, and I responded and said, if you're willing to answer my questions, I'm totally open to that. He responded and totally looked over the fact that I mentioned twice that I'd be happy to speak with him. Now look, he may have been under the impression that I had proof that Nikita confirmed having sex with Zach, but that was never the case. I never mentioned sex. Again, he did. It sounded to me like this was a narrative that he was pushing for because the alleged incident that I heard about had more to do with his alleged accusations than any type of hookup between Nikita and Zach. You know, the classic Jeffree response. Obviously, our conversation went on for a bit and it became very clear to me why Jeffree has the reputation he does, and I'll just leave it there. But tell me something, for the second time, why are you so concerned about me making this video? Did you contact all the other channels who made a video on this matter because everyone covered it? Or is it because I'm the only one who actually knows the truth? Just a little message for Jeffree, he's lucky that it's me that has this alleged info and not someone else. By the way, Nathan's brother and Jeffree do not even follow each other on social media anymore. In fact, Zach has unfollowed all of Jeffree's friends except for Nikita. However, Nikita does not follow Zach. Jeffree has even removed the video of him doing Zach's makeup from his channel. By the way, I think there's another storm brewing between Jeffree and a squad member. Have you picked up on it? Let me know. Anyway, you guys, that is it for this video. Let me know what you think about everything. Don't forget to subscribe and follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat at HereForTheT2. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon in my next video. Bye!